each building and see, because I think this is, I've been building it slowly for like a year, maybe, yeah, maybe for like a year, because I think the only reason it may be like a year, a little over, is because sometimes I take like pauses from the Minecraft world. So let's show you. So first I have this like little path, little archy path, and I put a path through everything, by the way. Like there's this cobble path that I worked real hard on. This, oh yeah, look at this, so cute. So we have our little water fountain, heart water fountain. A lot of these creations I got from like Pinterest, or like I looked up very small tutorials on YouTube. Don't remember who it was. Like a lot of it, and then I just like kind of built it together. Like figuring out how to build this like little guy and not get him to jump over. This is Richard. This is Family Cat Mittens. This is the little store, and they sell all types of things. Oh, well, I broke that. I'm gonna have to replace that in a minute. But the store runs off of emeralds, and so you can transfer. It takes emeralds or takes shells, but shells are my payment and my world. Of course, let me just add that in there. There we go. Of course, that I am elected mayor, and so shells. That's how we do it. We do shells. So, you know, you just kind of like put your shells in here. You put your shells in here, and then you pay for your item. I want to at least put one there, but I might fix that later. But okay, so this is little Richard's family owned small shop. All seasonal final. We accept emeralds and shell credit, which I think is really cute. So this is like the little throw. This is please throw away trash! Exclamation mark. Richard's a little grouchy old man. Richard, he's a grouchy old man. So okay, what should I show first? I know there's like maybe one thing. Like I haven't finished that building over there, so inside, so I won't be showing that one. But so first is this beautiful Meow Meow cat cafe. I worked so hard in this freaking cat cafe. I'm gonna show you guys. I worked really hard in this cat. Let me show you my cat real fast. This cat is the most detailed cat I've ever built in Minecraft, and it's so cute. And the back of the building is like little paw prints. It's like a little mouse. So this is Cashier Cassie. Hello, please put money in the chest. And they see you can buy cookies and honey and pies. And I think I built this because I went to a cat cafe, and I was inspired to go. So I built all of this, and inside is very decorative. Yo, I worked hard. It took me a while to get all of that intricate details in there, but I worked hard. So you can have your fish. Oh, you gotta get in there fast enough. So these are all the cats I have. All my cats are named after my friends. So this is Percy. This isn't just named after my cat. He doesn't look like my cat, but he is really cute. This is Stanley. That's Stanley over there. This is like the little litter boxes here. And I used like that over there. I wasn't sure if they would go over there, they would like die, and I was gonna be really sad. So, and then this is like the little like they can look outside. Yeah, silver. This is, you can look outside. Look at these little meow meow. Meow, meow. Yes, I'm so glad you're excited. So they can look out. This is a Jazzy, and so it says panic button for bad kitties collar, and so these are the like collars. So if the cats get a little crazy, you have to collar them. So we have fishes everywhere, and then you're able to see the buildings, all my cool drawn buildings, and like yeah, it's a little like cat like hangout area here. I wanted to see if I can put a cat like right there, but it was getting a little hard, and I didn't want to accidentally suffocate them. And I felt like these cats were enough. I have like 4 cats. This is Vincent. Mwah. He's a little adult cat. Very big boy name. And then, so yeah, you have a little like table here, and you can like sit and cake and watch like this crazy guy get bathed, and this crazy little creeper guy. And then this is, you know, cat of the month. It's Jazzy, gives extra treats. So, you know, there's cat of the month. So you're supposed to like go in here and be like, oh, this is cat of the month. But yeah, this is Cashier Cassie over here. The next building, so that's my house. I have not finished building that, so you should not look at that. It's only finished buildings that we're gonna look at. So the next building that you might see also, you might see a bunch of frogs jumping around. I don't know if they're still here, but I was building this. Oh wait, I didn't finish this path, but I finished everything else, so that doesn't count. But I was building this like pond, and I didn't know, because I never like played Minecraft with the frogs before when they had the frog update. So I didn't know the frogs can jump like 5-6 blocks at a time. So, you know, later I want to build like a frog enclosure. But for now, so this is my little heart pond. It's little hearts. You kind of have to like go up, but everything, I try to make everything's heart theme. So if you don't see it right away, you might have to like look up. So this is like all my little fishies. This little pond. And this is my little frog pond. It was supposed to be a frog, but I built this before I knew the frogs could jump over this. So there's like 3-4 frogs just like jumping somewhere. But I ended up just putting turtles. So I put the glass barrier because they were like getting like kind of like stuck here, and like they want to swim. I don't understand. Like I feel like every time when you put barriers, the mobs want to swim in between these barriers, and I never understand it. But there's still fishies that are swimming. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know why, but they choose to swim like right here. And like I made sure the water was like not flowy. Like maybe this is a little flowy, but like yeah, they just love swimming in the wall. But yeah, so this is a little frog. I worked so hard on this frog. I don't know, I think I created this frog without a tutorial. Like I think I started. But yeah, so this is the little tiny area for the turtles. And we just have glass so the fish won't get stuck, because I wanted to see a bunch of fish kind of swim everywhere. So that's the only reason that the glass is up, but it's kind of pretty, so it worked out. So we have turtle eggs. There should be a turtle in here. I don't know if he's still here, but maybe not. But there are some turtle eggs. And then this is like where you can go in. But yeah, it's little turtles. But yeah, I'm gonna put more of these, but they're like little flower lanterns. And I think I saw these on like Pinterest or something. And I thought these were so cute, and I really had to recreate them. And I think like a lot of things, I just put my own little twist on them. Like I got inspired. So that's my little froggy pond. My path is not complete, but I patched everything else. So this is one of my first like soup. um, this is one of my like first like buildings here, like the first couple ones. So these are also named after my friends. This is named after my stuffed animal. And this is also like named. These are all my little like cookings and like I thought it was funny. I specifically was like sitting here, so see Melting John. This is Melting John. Some of them have like little puns, but I specifically made a little couch underneath here, and I thought it was super duper funny that I think they updated the paintings, and I thought this was hilarious. It was funny. The fire, and Melting John just love watching the fire on TV. So crazy ducks. I think do one of them have a pun? But yeah, so this is also like their hidden honey and their telescopes. They like to just sit here and look. But yeah, so they stay in here so they don't melt. I think they can just like be everywhere, but I don't want them tracking snow. I think they track snow everywhere, but I made sure to put snow on the ground and all that stuff, the little jack-o'-lanterns, and it was really fun creating them. Like, I know you can do it with a spawn egg, but I just haven't. This is the only door. A lot of my doors have like the pressure plate, and this door, the way I built it, this glorious globe, it just wouldn't fit a pressure plate without messing up the build, so I was not able to. But you know, so right next to it is my beehive, bumblebees, and so these are my little bees. These are my bees. This is like a little bee haven, and then so you're able to kind of see bees come out here. They don't really come out, like they can fly out. I made sure that they were able to, like they can fly higher, but I think because there's just so many flowers here, they just like kind of like, and then like the honey will get packed, the hive will get packed of honey. They just don't go too far. But yeah, so this is like, and then I love the cherry trees, and I like worked so hard. So this is, you see a bee right under here. And this is also where I noticed there was new paintings. They updated the paintings. So I thought that was awesome. So it's kind of like a little botanical garden, like little bee, because bees are important. Bees, I love bees. I love bees in real life. Bees, I was like a beekeeper for a little bit, so that was really cool. So I built this little tiny guy. Mwah, kiss him, because there's no kiss her. She's so cute. And so I made sure to have like some pink on top, just to have some variety, to be honest. And then we have a little bee here. I'm not finished with this one, but you know, that will be for another day. So the next creation is kind of random where I'm going, because I want to show my completed ones. So this is kind of like a thing of like, kind of like a sky high. So I don't know if there's variants in other countries or if it's just like a state thing, but like like a sky high, it's like a jumping place. You start jumping around high, and there's like a bunch of trampolines, and there's like, you get a little grippy socks, not like hospital grippy socks. We're talking about like jumpy grippy socks, and you just like, it's just like tons of fun. You jump around, and there's like you can like do little cartwheels and like little boxes. So I might put a picture up, so maybe editor me will put a picture up. So this is Tina. I know, aren't they beautiful? This is Tina. Hi, Tina. And basically, this you get your little booties, and you get milk and water and your little swords because why not? And because you know they're supposed to be like play swords in here, but yeah, there is a sign. I don't know if my sign broke, and I just never put it. But there was a sign where you can't eat in here. You have to eat outside. But then I think I ended up like scrapping it. So this has freaking redstone. I want you guys to know this has redstone in it. Like this spent okay. So these two creations, this right here, this one, and this one, took me about like 2 days. It took me 2 days, and it took me about like maybe four hours figuring out this redstone. And it looks a little simple in like the design, but oh my god, because I wanted the slime to everything to fully come up, and because I have 2 buttons, because I want to like let me show you. Let me explain it first. You know, I was like, I want to show you, but I also want to explain it. Like, I don't know which one to do. But because this has I wanted to do 2 different buttons, I had to cover it. And because I didn't want the redstone to show on the outside on the floors, I had to make sure. And so I was never a redstone engineer. During the great redstone, revolution of the 2000s, I was not a redstone beanie. I was not a redstone girly. I was not a redstone boy. I actually hated redstone. I hated it with a passion. I watched the past videos, and people would make the most craziest things. Like you'll be like, oh my goodness, this is crazy, and you'll like look at it and you'll be like, oh my god, maybe there is a God, because Jesus. See, I don't even believe in Jesus, and I'm already saying his name, and so I remember watching those videos, and I like literally they were just so magnificent. I just shed a tear. Like I just started getting teary because I was just like, yo, my little tiny beanie self, my little lad self, was like, oh my god. I flinched at the idea of all that redstone. So with that, I never touched redstone. I hope the people who like had those videos of like the million to trillion views of like making them redstone and crazy mansion and all of that stuff, or like engineers. Like I hope they're like working at NASA right now. Like, like I don't know how old they were, but they could have been 8 or they could have been 25. But god damn, it was magnificent. Anyway, I built this, and I actually had 3 buttons, and every single button works. So hopefully you don't click the button to actually break it. But yeah, so you can kind of bounce around, and it's like a continual bounce of the slime. Because I forgot that slime you can't like just walk on, but you can jump on it. And if you jump on it, it bounces you. But if you just like, it gets a little sticky if you just walk on it. So I ended up doing this like little tiny redstones, and every 3 buttons work, and I'm proud of myself. I literally got myself a treat, and I said, oh yeah, I did amazing. There's also this redstone, because I was just like, you know what, that's not enough. I have to do another one. And so this is a different type of one. This one was a little easier. A little bit. but it was like hard in different ways because I had 3 buttons. I wanted 4, but then with the walkway and then like the redstone, it just didn't work. So, but this, oh, this was a little harder because I wanted to be able to like go and jump on it, and I didn't know how it would go. So, but I wanted this to be continuous. Like I didn't want you to have to jump to be able to. I didn't want you to have to press anything. So, but yeah, this worked out perfectly because now you can like even just do an inch. Like you don't even have to be fully on the blocks for it to like work, which is awesome. And like I made sure I had to rebuild this because the ceiling wasn't high enough. Because I forgot how high the slime can jump. But yeah, so that was magnificent. But yeah, let's walk in. So you come in here and you have the little tiny jumps, and that's awesome. And then you like jump in here, you're like, oh yeah, jumping in Minecraft, I feel so like awesome. And then you jump in here and then you kind of bounce around, and then this is like a regular kind of bounce pit, like kind of like a ball pit but just bouncing. So this can be like a trampoline, or you can just jump in here from this one. So, or you can like, if you want to be like a little crazy, you could jump and like in here. And there's a way to do it. Let me see if I'm able to do it so I can show you guys. There is a way, but like I have to do it like at least 5 times, and I don't really want to do that right now. But yeah, there's a little bit of this, and there's little tiny, so you know you can watch your kids and you'd be like, all right, man, Deborah, that's crazy. Look at little tiny Jimmy jumping, and you're like, man, that's crazy, man, that's wild, and you're like, yeah, man, yeah, kids, huh? So you know you can have that conversation over cake after watching your kids jump. And so there's also this. Let me show you. So with these purple, because I just wanted to be purple, so I was like, let me keep the theme. You can appreciate this up ceiling interior, because I didn't want a plain ceiling, because I was just like, I kind of want like a 3-dimensional. I want this ceiling. I want you to look up and be like, nice. And so you kind of jump. Hey, I made it! I literally made it. So this is kind of like a parkour path, a little small parkour path. And I was going to show you a little bit. But yeah, you basically do a parkour. Sometimes I do a little bit of this. When I can't make it. But then, and then you jump in here too. So that's also an option. So you can, in theory, like jump all the way in a circle. And so that's also why you can jump in here, and like there's different, like if you fall in here, it's like a perfect jump. Like you're able to do it. So you could technically, like, not technically, you can jump in a circle. Like you can jump in like in a continuous circle if you make it, and it's really good. So that is kind of like my purple sky high, like I guess world building. But yeah, I made the ceiling really cute. I had to lower it. I had to like cut up the ceiling little guys because I had this kind of too low. So let me show you guys. So this is, thank you Tina. It's okay, I don't remember their name. Like, and then you have like a little picnic area. You have little cups and cakes. So, and then the next thing that I'm going to show you, and this is like going to be the next thing, and I'm gonna show, like, this is gonna be a part 2, is the barber shop. And this barber shop, I put this barbershop actually didn't take me that long of a time, but I just put a lot of work into it. And by the time when I finished this barbershop, it didn't take too long. Because I just had a lot of practice, like figure out what I enjoy and like for the ceiling and all that stuff. So I just kind of remembered it by heart. But yeah, so you have your little like barbershop, red, white, and blue, kind of going around. And then this kind of goes around. I thought this would be really cool, kind of like this like dark kind of block. So there is some lore with this building. So this building, before we go in, this building this building has lore. I made my building have lore, because of course it will. And as you appreciate the suite outside, this building is basically, it's a barbershop with a gothic twist, and so was a historical gothic building, and then it was turned into a barbershop. And so that is kind of like that is what the aim is. So keep that in mind as you look into it. So let's walk in here a little bit. So when you first walk in, it's gonna have a little monitor, because you can't really, like, for historical, I'm a little scrumptious, hungry bean, scrumptious, hungry girl for a good historical book. I love history. You know, I might not remember it accurately, but I love learning. So, I made sure to like kind of like add that in here. Like, I know for historical buildings, you can't really take it down too much, and like you can't really like break the walls too much. You kind of have to keep it away. If you keep it in the way it was, if you want to live in it, as long as it's like livable. That's like a little historical fun fact for you. And so with this building, I wanted to make sure that the outside was like kind of like gothic, and it kind of didn't fit the vibe a little bit, but the inside was very like it was kind of like placed in there. So, you know, when you first walk in, you have like these little gray plants, and then we have a little guy, and then you just have, I didn't do a villager this time, so it's just so you can go in here. That's also what is this for, so you can go in here and play, like, you know, like, be like, barber to me, and you can be like your assistant, and like, you know, you have your like little writing desk, and like, you know, your payment. So that's also why I did it like that, so you can just walk in. Just like sit down and wait for your turn nicely. And I like nice capitalized. But yeah, it's a little doggy painting. I love this doggy painting. It's just so cute. I wanted to put something here, because it was just so cute, and you know, I couldn't get rid of that doggy, and I didn't want to block the window, so the doggy stays. So this is the little waiting area. You know, you have your little, you sit down, you sit down next to the painting. I've been to some barbershops. I don't get my hair barbered. I don't know anything about barber cuts or men's hair. You'd be like, hey, give me a clean, I know like names, like I know, like, give me a fade, give me a nice like 9-inch fade or whatever the heck. I don't know if that's right, but that's all I really know. But I've been inside barbershops for like, if I'm with other people and family and such. So this is like waiting, and I feel like for barbershops, there's always like an odd placement painting somewhere. So you like sit, but you don't want to get too comfortable, hit the painting. Like, you don't want to be that guy. So, but like, you also want to like get kind of comfortable because you'll be waiting for a while. Like that's why I wanted it to be right here. So that's kind of the waiting area, and I wanted to have white just to contrast with like, just to have like a little touch of color with the white kind of on the exterior and like for the insides, because I picked white because I didn't want it just to be dark colors, just for my like, that's why I just had the pink, because I just like pink. Like I just had the itch. Like it would be really hard to build something with not a touch of pink in it. So this is like a little fish tank because we're a fancy barbershop, and you know you have your little fish food. You have your little fish food in here. Um, you know, of course, just right there, and you know you have fish food. You have this random door that goes into here. So I wanted to make sure like there's kind of a door there, just to be like, oh, like there's totally a door, and you can also kind of play with this door too. I think that's on the right side. And so like, oh yeah, this is like gonna be like the back area for like staff. But yeah, so this is fish donated. So this is donated fish. Donated by whom, you may ask? You know, of course, the people who donate for this fabulous historical building, this barbershop, of course. So that's also it. So when you walk in, you know they call your number. So we have all these barbershops peoples. We have let me get close to you. We got Chipper the Clipper. All right. We got Fresh Braids Tyrone. All right. We got Magic Fade Fingers. Let's go around. And then we have Taper Taylor. We have Trim Tim, and we have Jaquan Fade. So these are all the barbers. I like that a lot of the barbers are bald, which is really funny. And I was like, man, Traycon Fade can't be bald. So I was like, the certain people, like, you know, like French braids, he has to have a hat and glasses. Like, I don't know, I feel like that really fits his character. But yeah, so these are the little seats, you know, and these are supposed to be the mirrors because there's not really mirrors. I'm not playing with any mods, so there's no mirrors in here. On the basic of Minecraft, so I made the like kind of like the little mirrors kind of different in each section. So there's the little mirrors, little lights, and then you have a little random painting here for decoration, and then you have like the little like this is like their stuff. So there's the water and the chipper, the like clippers, and like this is supposed to be like a shaver. So I feel like that would be. So then you have a brush here. So each kind of like everyone has a little different like of like what they have, but I thought it's cool that it moves like that. But everyone has a little bit of different things here, and like some people have the water, and like it's not all the same in order of items of each barber, you know. So I thought that was really cool. Like I made sure that that was a touch in here. So and then you know you have more candles, and like you have this little, you know, more candles. You have this dude. I feel like having like this dude look at like his little coat it would be really cool. And you have more pictures and like kind of like a little shelf with some paints, and then you have another shelf. And then I was gonna put like this little storage here, but I just like kind of like the shelf here. And then right here you have like your little window, and then you have Taper Taylor, and then you have Taper Taylor, and he has a little hammer, you know. I just thought it was so funny. I actually figured out halfway that, oh man, like the axe would probably work better for like barbers as a Minecraft equivalent, but I thought the hammers were too good to get rid of. So they all have hammers. So yeah, you have like all your windows here, and then you leave, and then that's it. It kind of goes around the circle. These are my little light fixtures. They all have little tiny different lights. Some of them have chains. I think I was like still working on if I liked the chain better, but I kind of just like the random chain here. You know, they have little yellow lights. I kind of like the blue light. I thought it was really cool. Each light is kind of different. Like these lights are a little different in design, so that was really awesome. And then these kind of look like little tiny flowers, which I thought was really cute. I wanted to like not do the same one each time, so That's why it looks a little different. Like each window. I wanted really big windows, so that's why each windows are really large. And when you go outside, you come outside, and then you have like you're back outside, and then you can do your path. When the part 2, the path will be complete. But yeah, so that is going to be the video of some of the things that I created in my creative world when I was born, and just like some random ideas I had. And so I just was so excited, and I needed to share this. Needed to tell someone. So I hope there's a little avatar in the corner. So I'm playing around with that because I just think it's really cute. I'm a very expressive person, so I thought it would be really cute for have a PNG. And so like all the credits and everything is in the bottom of the video. The person who made it was really awesome. They I checked out their Twitter, and their art is really good. I think they do like 3D and stuff like that, and they do a lot of avatars, and it's like, oh my goodness, it's just so good. It's like really good. And I like to do like a lot of like cutesy art and chibis, and I was like, man, I can't even like imagine. Like, it kind of looks like animation art, and I don't know the right terms for it, but it's just really cool. So